Hello, I decided to come on here to do a quick all signs reading, and this is going to be love readings for each of the signs. They're going to be quite quick. Now, if you haven't checked out your individual sign readings for the month of April, I do encourage you to do so. There is a bit of a contest going on where at the end of April, the sign that has the most views, the most interactions, the most comments, likes, they will end up with extra readings throughout the month of May specific to that sign. And right now, guys, Pisces is running away with the show. They are almost 100 views ahead of its closest competitor. So give your sign a view if you have not done so already. And if you do like your video or any of my videos, as I do post daily tarot readings to my channel, please subscribe. And once I hit 1,000 viewers, or 1,000 subscribers, I should say, I can be able to come on and do sporadic live readings where I can just jump on and be like, hey, boom. So it won't be quite as thought out. It will be a little more improvised. And you never know when they will happen. So make sure you are subscribed and hit that notification bell so that when I do get to the point where I can do the lives, you'll be notified as to when I am live. Or until that point, you'll be notified when I post a new video, which you never know. This one was kind of a random idea. So with all of that out of the way, I will be going through and putting timestamps on in the comments. I will end up pinning that comment hopefully shortly after I post this video. And because Pisces is running away with the show, and they usually end up going last in a lot of these simply because they are the last sign in the astrological calendar. This time, they're going to go first. And these little signs that I have are going to help me put timestamps on, and they will allow you to jump ahead a little bit easier to your sign. Now, with that said, because this is a love reading, if your sun sign reading does not resonate with you, check out your Venus sign reading, as Venus is the sign of love, and that affects your relationships and how you feel and deal with relationships. So we're going to get started with Pisces. Like I said, this is going to be quick. I have done a pre-shuffle beforehand. So let's get some messages for Pisces for love for the month of April. And it looks like Pisces, you have the Two of Wands. So you might be needing to make a decision. Ace of Swords. This is something new or a gift of truth. Let's see if there's anything else real quick. Don't want to take too long with these because this is going to potentially be a longer video. We have the Queen of Wands. She's fiery, passionate, sign of Aries. You may be a cusper. You may also just be feeling the influence of a lot of fire and passion, which for you is a little bit unusual, Pisces. You have a lot of the influence of the moon card, major arcana. There's something that is yet to be seen. This goes well with the Ace of Swords, and maybe part of why you're having such a hard time making a decision. You also have the Five of Swords here, which talks about conflict. Seven of Cups. On the bottom of the deck, you have options. And here is your reading kind of all together for your love. You may be having a lot of options and you have a choice to make and you're not sure which way to go. You are feeling a lot of conflict over this, but right now something is being hidden from you. You're not able to see information or something that is going to help you with this decision, but have no fear. You've got a gift of the truth. This is a new start coming in with the Ace of Swords that is going to help ignite your passion, your creativity, your spark. And it will help you make this decision. The information will become a lot clearer, and you will be able to confidently make that upcoming decision. So that is kind of what's going on for you, Pisces, in the beginning for your love for the month of April. I do feel that this gift of truth, it's going to be more around the 3rd week of April for you. So you still got a little bit of that conflict, yucky feeling. We do have a new moon coming up on Sunday, April 11th into the 12th, and this may help clarify a few things. So that is your love reading, Pisces. We are going to move on next to Aquarius. We are going to move backwards through the zodiac. Just to give some of the signs that normally go last a chance to go first. So let's shuffle up real quick. Not take up too much time here. But this is a quick reading for Aquarius now, for their love life in the month of April. Let's see what messages Aquarius has for their love life. Now, Aquarius, you guys are lesser attached to your feelings than you are to your thoughts and ideas. You're all about innovation and moving forward, whereas other signs, you're in air signs, so you're all about stuff that's going on in your head. So being attached to your heart and your emotions may be a little bit difficult for you. And if you do find that this is a difficult thing, please check out what your Venus sign is. All right, the cards are not wanting to chat. They had a lot to say for Pisces. But please check out what your Venus sign is. There are websites such as Cafe Astrology. There's a few other ones that will give you your natal chart. All right. Bottom of the deck, you have the Four of Wands, looking for stability, hoping for stability. The first card that really popped out, card of Pisces, major arcana card of the Hanged Man. It's a period of waiting and uncertainty, maybe feeling, okay. You may be feeling like you're stuck in suspended animation. A lot of people have been. And the reason why you're really stuck in this type of feeling is you've got the Three of Cups. Now, the Three of Cups usually talks about celebration and joy. However, in a love reading, this talks to me more about a third-party situation. So if you are maybe needing to look at a situation or your love situation in particular with a fresh set of eyes, you have sneaky suspicions that there might be a third party, and there very much could be. This is causing you a lot of grief and sadness with the Five of Cups. You have the Five of Pentacles energy here, which talks about more feeling of lack. Now, Aquarius, because you are not usually in touch with your feelings, this is an extra bitter pill for you, and it's really creating a lot of conflict. This was something that you were nurturing with the Queen of Cups energy for a while, but now you have a challenge here, and with the Page of Swords, you're not necessarily feeling like you are up to the challenge, and your confidence has maybe been shaken, which is a bit of a big deal for you. Oh, there's the Star card of Aquarius. Your confidence in your relationship and yourself has been shaken. your stability. The Tower card was very close to the bottom of the deck, so this is a situation where if you haven't had your Tower moment, it's probably coming out with this third party type energy. And that is rocking your stability and rocking your foundation. So that, Aquarius, is your love reading for the month of April. Don't forget to go check out your sign reading that I did for the month of April, as whichever sign gets the most views at the end of April will get extra readings in the month of March, and full readings, not just these quick little snippets. So up next, we have Capricorn. Capricorn Earth energy. Hello. You are ruled by the Centaur, half man, half goat. Other ways to describe your sign is also the sea goat. That just depends on what type of astrology you follow. One is more traditional and ancient forms of astrology. Others are a little bit newer. That's why there's the discrepancy. But regardless, you are an earth sign, and you are stubborn just like a goat. And we've got some major arcana cards here. Okay, is there one more? Yeah. Okay. So off the bottom of the deck, you do have 2 pages here, so there is a bit of renewal or a newness coming in. I'm going to go with a newness because we do have the Fool card. Now, the Page of Pentacles, it's earth energy. It's something you've been working on diligently. You do have the Devil card here, which is actually your own energy, Capricorn. Now, the Devil card can be a caution about negative thought patterns, behaviors, that kind of thing. But there is a bit of a drive. And with the Page of Pentacles here, it's more earth energy. You're wanting to slow down this new beginning. We do have the Page of Wands, and the Page of Wands is a burst of creativity, a spark of creativity. Could be a boost of energy and a boost of passion, which we are coming up to getting with the new moon in Aries on April 11th into April 12th. We also have the 3 of Wands. You've made a decision. Now you're awaiting what the answer is or what the outcome is going to be. And we have 2 major arcana cards here, back to back. Major arcana equal major energy. And there's the Fool card, very first card of the entire tarot and of the major arcana. This is taking a leap of faith into something new, and you're leaving things that no longer serve you behind. So what does that mean? That means any emotional baggage that you might be carrying, you're putting it down. You're not taking it with you as you jump into this new opportunity. And with this card in particular, as you can see, I hope that is a baby. That does not mean you are necessarily going to be pregnant. It just means this is something new. You've birthed something new. Up next, we have the major arcana card of Strength. This is a fiery Leo energy. Now, the Lion Tamer in the Strength card is using a lot of willpower and grace when taming the beast, which is something that you may be needing to do, but it takes a lot of inner strength to do this. So instead of running roughshod with all this fiery energy, take a little bit of time to slow it down. Try to be graceful and gentle and courteous where you can, but if you need to put somebody in their place, I mean, by all means. We have air energy with the 9 of Swords. This is anxiety, sleeplessness, worry. So altogether, what is this about for you in your love life? You're really anxious about taking a big step with somebody, and you've had to make a decision or are about to need to make a decision. You've been working really hard, but you've got a lot of doubts. and maybe some fears that are popping up here throughout your reading with the Page of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords here. You're kind of doubting yourself. You may be worried, maybe afraid of what is next, what happens next, what happens if you actually make this choice and make this decision, because it is going to be jumping into something that is very new to you. It is a new start. It is a new beginning. So take some time, look and see how you can maybe use a little bit of creativity, and you may even have to ignite a little bit of passion within yourself to drive forward and make this decision. So I'm going to leave it there for you, Capricorn, for your love reading for the month of April. Don't forget to watch your sign reading for the month of April. It's a general reading, but if your sign gets the most views, likes, and interactions at the end of April, then you could be up for extra readings in May. So up next, Sagittarius. Hello, fire sign, lucky Sagittarius. We are here with your April 2021 love reading. We're going to give this a quick shuffle. Try not to do too much of a shuffle, partly because I can see that my monitor is moving around when I do so. So let's ask for love reading for Sagittarius. What messages do we have for you? I'm laughing because the first card that came out, Major Arcana card, is the Hanging Man. It's a period of suspended animation, and as a general, we've been feeling this really stuck type energy for quite some time, and we've been feeling it as a collective in all areas of our life, not just our love lives. So let's see what else do we have for Sagittarius. Now, the reason why I said lucky Sagittarius is you are ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is the planet of luck, growth, and expansion. So, okay, I'm kind of getting a picture here as to why you are feeling the Hanged Man type energy. Hanged Man, like I said, it's a card of waiting, suspended animation, looking at things from a different perspective. We have the King of Cups, masculine energy. Cups is our feelings, it's water energy. King of Cups is creative, intuitive, and very in tune with their emotions as well as others. And it is a masculine energy. It's not quite nurturing, but there's still a lot of care there. Up next, we have the Hermit, Major Arcana card of Virgo. It's earth energy. You may be needing to go within to get your answers. And there's a reason why I'm saying that. Just know that you have the energy of the Star card, and the Star card is a Major Arcana card to help light your way through the darkness and your isolation. Now, this isolation that you're feeling could be self-imposed, or it could be you are literally isolated from other people at this time. From the bottom of the deck, what is bubbling up from the bottom of the deck? We have the Lovers. So this is definitely a love reading for you. We've got the Nine of Swords, more air energy, talking about anxiety, worry, sleepless nights. And why are you so anxious? You're worried about a third-party situation, and you've got a decision coming up to make in regards to this. Why? Because your other half is potentially a player. The Knight of Wands, fiery, passionate, dramatic, likes to stir up and cause drama. So whether you've just been fighting with your significant other or you're concerned about a third-party situation and having to make a decision about what to do about it, you're going to have to go within. You've got the answer within you. You may need to take a bit of a break and go off on your own to really think about this. And this is going to put you into that hanged man energy where you're deciding on what you need to do. So you're just putting a pause on your emotions while you think things through. And this is causing you a lot of anxiety, stress, and worry. But know that eventually you are going to have to come out of that energy and make those heavy decisions. But right now, it's more about just going within and finding what is going to work for you and what is not working for you, what you're willing to put up with and what you are not willing to put up with in regards to all of this emotional drama that is being stirred up. So that is your love reading for the month of April, Sagittarius. And we are going to move on to Scorpios. I hope you guys are able to see these signs all right with the light. So Scorpio, hello, welcome. Going to do a quick shuffle here. Now, unlike some of the other signs that I have read for already, Scorpios, you feel your emotions quite deeply. You hang on to those with all you've got, and you protect things close to your heart with all you've got. So let's ask for our messages for Scorpio for their love life for the month of April. I'm going to have to take a drink of water here. Sorry, it's springtime and my allergies are going crazy. So requires a little extra water, even though it's a dark, dreary, rainy day. Doesn't matter. I've got another month of this. So back on to you, Scorpio. I know I mentioned this briefly right at the beginning, but for the monthly view contest, you guys are running away with this. You are kicking everybody's arses by almost 100 views. So if things keep up like this for you, you could be, or you will be, I should say, getting extra readings for the month of May. So far, what I have planned is a love, like an in-depth love reading for you, a financial reading, or at least around your money. I haven't decided what the third reading will be, if it's going to be an oracle reading or if it's going to be what is your shadow side wanting to tell you. So we will see. But let's see what love reading or love messages that you have. All right. For the month of April. Now this is just a quick reading. So from the bottom of the deck, you've got fire energy, King of Wands. This could be your other half. They embody a little bit more of a masculine trait, whether they are male or not. They're fiery, they're passionate, and I don't think that sits very well with you, partly because you are a lot more private. And here's a little bit of your energy kind of coming in here with the Knight of Pentacles. You're private, you keep things to yourself. You don't rush headfirst into too many things, especially when it comes to things close to your heart. But it's very slow moving, very hardworking energy. More on the other half, we have the Knight of Wands. Again, more fire energy here. Now, this is very dramatic energy. The Knight of Wands is the player energy. It is also the type of energy where it likes to come in and create drama and then just sit back and go, whoa, what's your deal? Or sitting back watching the destruction that they caused and taking it in as entertainment or enjoyment. But know that this hardworking individual energy, it's good energy to have, because that's the only knight that ever gets promoted into king, and that means keep working on what it is you're working on. Move at your own pace. Even if it is going slow and the other half might be putting a lot of pressure on you to move a lot quicker and you're not comfortable with it. We do have the 10 of Wands, which is carrying a heavy burden. And you're carrying this burden because you're not sure and you're not comfortable. There's the Page of Swords. You're not comfortable with the conflict. You're not comfortable or necessarily up to the challenge of fighting with this overbearing fire energy. Now, that your other half could be a fire sign in itself. You've got the Knight of Swords energy here. You're going to have to kind of swoop in, make a decision, and even though you may not be feeling like you are up to the challenge or that you have what it takes to do this, you're going to have to. And you may have to do so in a way that doesn't leave any room for doubt, and it doesn't, you're not going to have to worry about the other person's emotions, because if they're running roughshod over yours, you just may have to say, hey, whoa, no, I'm not doing this, back off, stop, or get out. You may have to put your foot down and be a little bit forceful and be a little bit cutting when it comes to getting your point across, because the other half is too overbearing to listen to anything when it's put into niceties or trying to be polite and be, well, you're, even though you're not feeling super confident about standing up to this really overbearing person, you're gonna have to, especially if you want to be able to put some of the burdens down when it comes to this relationship. And it doesn't mean ending the relationship, although that does kind of indicate with the Swords energy, particularly the Knight of Swords, it does kind of indicate a swift ending and that you're cutting things off. If that's not the case, you may just have to be a little bit forceful. So that is your love reading for the month of April, Scorpios. I will talk to you soon. And Libra, you guys are up next. How are you, Libras? How is your April going? I have done a number of signs now. Let's see if I can keep them straight. I totally understand how other tarot readers call signs by the wrong sign, particularly if they are doing a few in one day. This is a quick, very quick love reading. So let's ask for the messages for the love life for the sign of Libra. Now, this is the Revelations Tarot deck that I am using. I am pretty sure I did not actually state the name, even though I did show the cards way at the beginning. And if you skipped over the intro, you may want to check out your monthly sign reading, as I am having a contest whichever sign gets the most views, likes, interactions throughout the month of April. I will take a look at those at the end of April. And whoever has the highest number of views and interactions will get extra readings in the month of May. Okay, so we have a couple of cards here. This Knight of Wands, he's being pesky. Okay. Put those guys back real quick because they're a little much. Okay. So from the bottom of the deck, you have the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is cups overflowing, hopes and dreams kind of coming true. Now this might be a little bit of a red herring if you're just jumping in right at the beginning. Make sure you watch this entire message because things are going to come full circle here in a moment. We also have the Four of Pentacles talking about holding on too tightly or letting go. We have the Page of Swords, feeling like you're not up to a challenge or not having the confidence to face a challenge head on. Right now, you've got a lot of conflict with the Five of Swords. With the Eight of Cups, you are walking away from something that you have an emotional attachment to. Why? Because we have the Knight of Wands. Now, the Knight of Wands is dramatic and fiery. The Knight of Wands is also the drama queen, even though it is a slightly more masculine energy. It's drama queen energy, and it has been making an appearance in several signs so far. Also talks about a bit of a player or player-like energy. And then we end the month with the single, independent, wealthy woman, striking out on your own. So altogether, what is this meaning for you? For you, there we go. Death card, Judgment, taking action, conflict in regards to lovers. There's a lot of conflict here in regards to your love situation. You thought it was going to be the 10 of Cups, the happy home, rainbows, puppies, and kittens, and babies. But because of this player energy and this fiery, dramatic energy, it's been causing a lot of conflict. And you are all about balance, Libras. You're not really okay with a lot of this type of conflict, particularly if the other half is the player energy, which is also the cheater. So this conflict, you are letting go of and walking away from. You may be feeling like you are not up to the challenge. There's the Fool card. You are going to be entering into something new. And this, I don't feel it's a new relationship. I feel it's just a new start. But you are going to have to tackle this challenge head on, even though you may not be feeling like you are up to it or feel like you've got the confidence to stand up to this person and make that call. There is the letting go and walking away from it, though, and starting fresh in that independent single vibe. I know that's not the world's best love reading, but if you are in a relationship where there is a lot of conflict, that actually is good news, because it means the conflict is ending, and it is ending because you are putting an end to it. Allow yourself the chance to mourn and grieve. The Eight of Cups, even though it is a Cups energy, talking about your feelings, there is some grief. It is movement, and it is movement away. So you're moving away from that conflict. So that, Libra, is your very quick love reading for the month of April. Now, remember, the month of April showers bring May flowers. So shed those tears if you need to. And when May rolls around, get ready. I'm going to say the May new moon. You can start maybe looking at new possibilities around that time. Depending on where you live, you may even actually have flowers. So up next, I'm going to leave it there for you, Libra. Up next, we've got Virgo, earthy Virgo. Let's get the messages for Virgo's love life for the month of April. Let's see what we got going on for you here in regards to your love life. Now for you, Virgos, your love life almost takes a back burner to your work life. And that is just your nature. You are the workhorse, often seen as the farmer, even though you are represented by the Virgin. Now, the original story of the Virgin is that of fertility. And that, I do believe, plays into why Mary was a virgin in the Bible. Could be wrong, could be going on a hunch here, but you're very fertile, but you're very hardworking. You're a nose to the grindstone type energy, and emotions are secondary to you. They are not your first choice to deal with. You would rather be working, getting your hands dirty, whether it be in the garden or creating art or creating a meal, creating a love life is not your priority. There it is. Okay, so let's start from the bottom of the deck. The bottom of the deck, we do have Cups energy, which is emotions, but the 10 of Cups is cups runneth over. There is plenty there. It is good emotions. It's hopes and dreams and wishes coming true. 6 of Pentacles, Earth energy. This is some of your energy coming in here, as you, Virgo, are an Earth sign. Now, the 6 of Pentacles is a little bit of a movement card. It is not dramatic. It is not anything surprising or shocking. It is more of a flow, and it does relate to things involving your employment and your finances because it is Pentacle energy. So there's a flow. Your money comes in on payday. Your money goes out when your rent or mortgage is due. But the 6 of Pentacles also has a benevolent factor, meaning there is not only enough, there is that extra. So whether you've been saving for a rainy day, you do have that ability to give. So onto the body of your reading, you have the 4 of Cups. There are a lot of options being presented to you, but you're not really liking what you see. Therefore, you're not really giving the options any second thought. We do have the Judgment card, Major Arcana card here. This means major energy. And the Judgment card wants us to take action, but it is completion as well. We have some feminine energy with the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, very witty, very sharp, kind of your opposite. It's a little bit fast moving, but where you are intelligent when it comes to work matters, the Queen of Swords does help give you a little bit of boost because she's also very articulate. So you're going to be able to get your point across because the Queen of Swords also has a razor sharp tongue. So please keep in mind the emotional component of your words, particularly when it comes to a love interest. But you've also got the 9 of Pentacles. Now, I have been shuffling this deck and you are the third sign almost in a row to get this card. And what this means is you're closing out a bit of a cycle, and you're maybe feeling called to take action in regards to your options, and telling it like it is, whether that it is you saying you're not interested right now. You may have to take that initiative yourself to say that and put it out there to your options. You're happy where you're at right now. You've got a good balance in your life, and you're single, or more likely to be single this month, and you're happy about it. You're enjoying it. And you've got a lot of inner peace in regards to it. It makes you happy. It makes you happy to be saying your piece as well. So if you are not single, Virgos, you may still have to say your piece in order to get your point across. And whatever options are being laid out in front of you, it's okay to say, no, I'm not happy with this. You don't necessarily want to be moving into something a lot more serious. You're happy where you're at, and there's nothing wrong with that. So one quick note before I leave it here for you, Virgo, please check out your monthly reading. I am holding a contest for all of the signs. Whichever sign has the most views on their monthly reading, as well as interactions at the end of April, will get extra readings in the month of May. So please feel free to go out and give your April 2021 monthly reading a browse. Give it a view, give it a thumbs up, and I'm going to leave it here for you. Up next, we have fiery, spicy Leos. So, hello, Leos. How are you? Are you guys reveling in some of this fiery Aries energy, which we do have quite a bit of? This is a good thing for you anyway, because this is where you are comfortable. Aries is a fellow fire sign like you. And let's see what the cards have to say, what messages do the cards have for Leo for their love life for the month of April 2021. If you haven't already given your monthly sign a view for the monthly readings that I did a little bit earlier this month, go give it a watch, because I'm holding a contest where whichever sign has the most views and or interactions gets extra readings in the month of May. And what do I have planned? I do have a planned detailed love reading. I do have planned a financial reading. And I haven't decided if for the third reading that I would do, if it's going to be a what is your shadow side needing to say or being revealed, or if it's going to be an oracle reading. We will have to see kind of how things play out, and I may even run a poll on that. So keep your eyes peeled. Also, once I reach 1,000 subscribers, I will be able to jump on and do live readings, which I completely plan on doing. So please subscribe and hit that notification bell, because once we get to that point, you'll be notified as to when I do come on live. And if not, in the meantime, you will be notified when I post something new, like this one. Your bottom of the deck, background influencing energy, the World card, Major Arcana card. It is the last card of the Major Arcana, meaning major energy, which this is most of your reading is major energy, major arcanas. So the World card is completion. It's the end of a cycle. You've come full circle. You've had to embody the Emperor energy. Now, this is fire energy. This is Aries energy. You may have even been dealing with an Aries. It's masculine. Even if your other half was a female or identifies as female, they embody a lot of masculine traits. And the Emperor is a disciplinarian, authoritarian, but also is very disciplined themselves. They're very fiery, very passionate. We have the 8 of Cups. Walking away, and there is a little bit of grief and loss here. Walking away from a situation in which there was an emotional attachment to. We have up next the Hanged Man, Major Arcana card in the reverse. When the Hanged Man is in the reverse, that means the period of waiting is over. And this is followed by the Chariot. I'm trying to find a spot where you can see this without the glare of the camera. The Chariot card here is movement forward, and you have to use a lot of willpower in order to help control the Chariot and the direction it's going without it just kind of freewheeling off into nowhere. But altogether, what is this? You're at a completion and you've walked away or are walking away from something that you had an emotional attachment to. There's still a little bit of feeling of grief and loss, but you've already detached and are walking away. You're no longer waiting for that movement forward because the other person or the other half was maybe not disciplined. And you've had the confidence in yourself, which Leos, you are naturally confident by birthright. So it's not that you lacked the confidence, it's the other person maybe didn't lack the confidence to be disciplined enough to sustain a healthy relationship, and you've detached and have already walked away. You're continuing progress forward in this journey, and you have reached completion. And with that, with reaching the completion, that means this cycle is over, and you're ready to keep moving forward and keep moving on, and you're not looking back. So I'm going to leave that there for you, Leo. That was actually quite a positive reading, even though it had some negative connotation to it with the cards. It's not showing anything new on the horizon right now, but it does show that there's continued progress forward. So keep on that trail, keep on that path, keep going, keep moving forward, and there will be a new beginning. You will have to cross paths at some point with a new beginning. So that is your love reading, Leo. I'm going to leave that there for you. And we are going to move on to Cancer in just a moment. Needed a drink of water here. So up next, Cancer, the sign of the crab. Now you are a naturally emotional sign. You are very attached to your emotions. So I did quickly do a shuffle at the end of Leo's reading. So now let's get the messages for Cancer. I almost called you a different sign. Let's get the love messages for the sign of Cancer for the month of April. Let's see what pops out. Now, Cancers, if you have not watched your April monthly reading, you may want to do so because I am doing a contest. Whichever sign has the most views and interactions at the end of April will get extra readings in the month of May, including a more in-depth love reading, an in-depth financial reading and a possible shadow side reading, and or an oracle reading. I haven't really decided on that last one, so watch for any polls that appear. So keep your eyes open for that. Also, please hit that notification bell so you get notified when I come on here, whether it be a live or I post a new video. And please subscribe so that you do see these videos when I do post them. Okay, that was a ton of cards. There we go. Cancer, you have already shown up here in your own reading with the major arcana card of the moon. Now the moon is very watery energy and it is represented by you. Each of the major arcanas do have a zodiac sign associated with it. Now I can't remember which one it is, but there is one or two signs that don't have two cards. You do have two cards because you are represented by the moon and the chariot. So let's see if there's anything else for you, and if not, we will jump into this. Okay. Okay. You have a lot of stuff kind of coming up to the surface here, and part of the reason is you've got the moon card here. The moon card can talk about deception. It talks about things that are being hidden from you. And you're going to have to make a decision coming up. And if you haven't already, you've got the Three of Wands, which is talking about making a decision, or you have already made that decision. And now you're awaiting the answer or the results. You've got the Knight of Swords, which he comes crashing in. He does come to he's the knight that comes to the rescue. He's got the answers. He's got the solutions. He's up for the challenge. But he's got a pretty sharp tongue as well as a pretty sharp sword. Now you've got with the Five of Pentacles, a feeling of loss or a feeling of lack. You may be feeling a lot of lack when it comes to what you are receiving. Now you've got major arcana card here of the High Priestess. I believe it's the card of Pisces. The High Priestess talks about secrets. Even though she's very spiritual and intuitive, which you being a water sign Cancer are as well, you're very in tune to your emotions and very in tune to your intuition, but there is a secret being kept here. And whomever this is that you are loyal or committed to with the King of Pentacles and what you thought was the happy home with the stability is actually causing a lot of stress. And that is because of this secret. There is something being hidden out of view from you right now. And you've got a suspicion. You've got that sneaky gut feeling that something's not right. There's something not being told. And I don't know why the word affair just popped in. It could be because of the Three of Wands. This could be a potential third-party situation, or you're suspecting a third-party situation. You're going to have to come in and make a decision, because all of this worry and feeling of lack, and it could be a lack of knowledge that you are feeling, but you're feeling kind of left out in the cold here. And you are going to have to potentially put an end to this. And by doing that, whether it is telling the other half, knock off your sneaky behavior, spill the beans in regards to whatever this secret is, it'll be up to you to make a decision on how you go forward with that information once it is revealed or that secret is brought to light. Now with the Swords energy, that is also the truth. You will be getting the truth and potentially needing to make a decision, and whether that decision is to cut somebody out. Know you've got the confidence and the knowledge to go forward with that. But if you want to give the other party the benefit of the doubt and not seek that answer, then good probability that your stress is going to continue. And same with that anxiety and worry. So hiding your head, burying your head beneath the sand, nothing's going to change. You're going to have a little bit of a confrontation. Now, confrontations do not have to be explosive. They can be a calmer conversation, but at the same time, you may have to kind of swoop in there and say, hey, you know what? Something's up. You know, and you don't know how you know, but you just know. That's your intuition. And telling you that something's up. So I'm going to leave that there for you, Cancer. That is your love reading for the month of April, and I hope to be seeing you real soon. We are going to move on to Gemini. I will be paying particular interest to this reading because I myself am a Gemini. So let's get the messages for Gemini and their love life for the month of April 2021. Now, Gemini, if you have not already checked out your monthly reading, you may want to do so. I am doing a contest. Whatever sign has the most views and interactions, including likes and shares, at the end of April, they will be receiving extra readings for the month of May, including an in-depth love reading. This is going to be a quick one right now. Whomever is the winner of this contest, which right now Scorpio is kicking everybody's behind, they will also get an in-depth financial reading. And I haven't decided what the third reading will be. It could be a what is your shadow side. It could be an oracle reading. I could maybe even change my mind and do something completely different because I am a Gemini, and that is what we do best, is we change our minds. We change our minds just as much as we change our outfit. So please hit the subscribe and notification bell. Once I hit 1,000 viewers, or 1,000 subscribers, I should say, I can come on live. And you never know when I'm going to randomly pop on here. Why? It'll be because I feel like it. Why? Because I'm a Gemini. And if this reading does not resonate with you, please check out your Venus sign. And if you're not sure what your Venus sign is, check out a website where you can get your birth chart done. You will need to know your date, place, and time of birth in order to obtain that, and get your Venus sign, and then check out that reading. I will be putting timestamps below once this video has uploaded. So I just noticed it is almost 6 o'clock. I don't know where today has gone. Yeah, once I jump on, once I have the ability to jump on live, I do plan on coming on randomly. And we have quite a few cards here. But you will have to be subscribed and have your notifications set in order to know when I upload a new video or go live. So from the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Cups. This is partnerships and relationships. We have the Fool, first card of the entire tarot and first card of the major arcana. Major arcana equals major energy. This is something new. jumping into something new or taking a leap of faith into something new. It is also going forward into something new, leaving what no longer serves you behind, including your emotional baggage. And because this is a love reading, I'm not going to say declutter your house and go into your new start. This is a love reading, so this is get rid of your emotional baggage before you start something new. We have the Two of Swords, air energy, talking about needing to make a decision, but not necessarily looking at your options, or being able to see what the most logical option is. We have Major Arcana card of the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man talking about waiting, being in suspended animation, or needing to look at things from a different perspective. Now, right now, we've also got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups is a feeling of grief, loss, and it's a feeling because it is emotions. Cups is a water card. Water cards are always about your emotions. And fives are the conflict. And the conflict here is that you are feeling some grief over a situation. We've got the Page of Pentacles. This is a message opportunity, not necessarily a new opportunity, but one that's kind of coming around again. And you've been working on it for some time. Now we've got, I've been doing readings here for a little bit today, and it is allergy season as well. So I'm going to need some water. We've got more pentacle energy here. This is earth energy, so it's really grounded. Four of Pentacles is either hanging on too tightly or not tight enough. And then we've got the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands, very fast moving energy to the point of being overwhelming and dizzying. Altogether, what is this? We've got two twos. So for anyone into numerology, twos are about balance. The Two of Swords here, even though it's looking into making a decision, you're also trying to balance what each outcome is. And in true Gemini fashion, you're trying to balance the pros and cons. If I jump into this, what are the benefits? What are the pros? If I decide this way, and I decide to jump into something new, what am I leaving behind? What are the cons? So you've got this type of, you're caught up in your head about this decision, about wanting to try something new, but you're kind of stuck in this suspended animation. You don't know which way to go. You may have to let go of a lot of emotional baggage here and really ground yourself in order to move forward. Now, once you do start moving forward and you start getting those messages, whether it is actual literal messages through text, through your dating app, this is not a decision that you are going to rush into and make a snap choice. You've already been kind of sitting there spinning your wheels, because the pentacle energy is also very slow moving. But ground yourself, meditate. You may get answers spiritually. You may just get your answers about how you move forward and what comes next. And the pros and cons may start showing you which way you are leaning towards this decision. Once you do make this decision, expect the energy to start moving very quickly. It's going to move in typical Gemini fashion, and that is we go full bore or not at all. And then we might change our mind and do the opposite. So please keep that all in mind The time right now is also 555. And fives, again, are all about change. They can create conflict, but they're all about change. So whatever your situation is, you can expect some changes coming up, especially once you do commit to a decision which is agonizing for a Gemini to do. So again, make sure you watch your monthly sign reading, get your views in for your sign. Maybe you can have extra readings for the month of May. I don't know. Geminis, you're going to have to really get on the ball. You are extremely far behind Scorpios, whom I know I've mentioned this a few times throughout this reading. Scorpios are killing it. And when I say killing it, I mean like killing it, killing it. They are ahead by almost 100 views and more than 200 Gemini views. So I'm leaving it here, Gemini, and we are going to move on to Taurus. Hello, Earthy Taurus. We are coming up to your birthdays here very shortly. Let's get your messages for your love life for the sign of Taurus for the month of April. Now, Taurus, the sun moves into your sign on April 19th. So we will start feeling a little more grounded, a little more earthy. You'll be feeling a lot more comfortable rather than this fiery Aries energy, which we are surrounded by right now. If you have not, I'm just going to throw this in here real quick. If you have not watched your monthly reading for the month of April, I suggest you do so, partly because I'm holding a contest. Whichever sign has the most views, likes, interactions, shares at the end of April will get extra readings in the month of May, including an in-depth love reading, an in-depth financial reading, and I have yet to decide whether I will be doing a shadow side reading or an oracle reading as some of the extra bonuses. So if you like your readings, please hit that thumbs up button. Please subscribe and hit that notification bell. Then that way you will be notified when I post videos at random, like this one. And once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I can start going live onto YouTube instead of pre-recording, which allows me to get the chat box going and maybe take a few questions when I do my readings. So let's get your messages for love. You are so far, Taurus, the only sign in which nothing has been popping out while I did that speech. Okay, so you may be a cusper, meaning your birthday is actually on the cusp of Gemini. And the reason why I'm saying that is Gemini had the Five of Cups, and you got the Five of Cups as well. But the Five of Cups is followed by the Lover's card, and the Lover's card, Major Arcana, is represented by the sign of Gemini. So if you are not a Taurus Gemini cusper, then the other half that you are dealing with in this love situation might be a Gemini or a fellow air sign, or have Gemini in their rising or Venus birth chart. I strongly suggest that if this does not resonate with you, you check out your Venus sign or the reading for your sign in which your Venus is in for your birth chart. Now you can go on to, you can just Google it, free birth charts, and you can get what your birth chart placements are online. One that I like to put out there because I've used it multiple times and I've used it to help other people is Cafe Astrology. Now you do need to know your date, place, and time of birth within an hour time frame, as it does affect your rising sign. It does not generally affect the planetary signs, just because the planets are usually stationary for a few weeks at a time. So it does not make a difference as to where your Venus sign is within a couple of hours. But your rising sign does change every hour. So if you wanted to know what your rising sign is, that is, and also what is your rising sign? Your rising sign is where the Earth was when, or what sign was rising as you were born within that hour. Now it comes out, or it changes, I should say, every hour because we have 24 hours in the day. So it repeats every 12 hours because there are 12 zodiac signs. Now from the bottom of the deck, you're carrying a heavy burden with the 10 of Wands. And the 10 of Wands is also the end of the cycle. And then we've got the 7 of Cups. Water card is talking about your emotions. And you've got a lot of options here. And it could be a little bit confusing. Now, what are we confused about? Well, we start off with more emotions with the 5 of Cups. The 5 of Cups, grief, loss, sorrow. There's the Lover's card, card of Gemini, Major Arcana card. Major Arcana equals major energy. You may be feeling a little duality. You may be feeling a lot of grief for what you thought was this deep, passionate love with somebody else. This grief and loss is really kind of throwing a monkey wrench into things here, because the Lover's card is followed by the 2 of Cups. 2 of Cups is the partnership and relationship card. This is followed by Ace of Wands. So this is something new. And this is a very quick start, a quick opportunity that comes in. And I'm just trying to get a feel for how this works, because part of this is so good. And then part of this is really heavy. So what is this? You're feeling a lot of burdens still about options. You're feeling really burdened, and you're feeling really sorrowful about this. And I'm not sure if you maybe let go of a partnership or a relationship for a quick opportunity that flamed out, that you thought maybe was going to go somewhere and it didn't. And now you're feeling loss and sorrow because you let that other half go. And it's really putting a lot of burdens on you. And you're feeling really weighed down and really heavy. And now you've got a lot of options that you have to sit and think about. And I do feel this is a coulda, woulda, shoulda. I could have done something different. I could have chosen different. But instead, you went with an option that ended up causing a lot of hurt, and a lot of grief and a lot of sorrow. But know that there is a learning opportunity in this. You can learn from your mistakes so you don't carry them forward into anything new that does come in. Now this flame, that new opportunity, you did jump on it, you did take it, and I don't think it worked out the way you were planning it to, or was hoping for it to work out. But know right now that Chiron, the asteroid, which is the wounded warrior, is in the sign of Aries, and this is not a time to be sitting back and licking your wounds. This is the time to actively heal your wounds from all of this in order to get yourself out of that sadness and grief, and let yourself heal so that you can put all of that behind you and move forward. So I'm going to leave that there for you, Taurus. I hope you enjoyed it. And now we're moving on to Aries. I know you guys are used to going first, but we did things in the reverse order. Right now we have a lot of planets and asteroids and a lot of influence of Aries right now, as we are in roughly the last week and a half of your sign. We have the Sun in Aries, we have Venus in Aries, we have Venus point in Aries, we have Chiron, the wounded warrior, in Aries, and we have Mercury in Aries. And on April 11th into the 12th, the moon will be in Aries, and it will be a new moon, meaning you're going to get an extra supercharged kick in the pants when it comes to motivation, setting new goals, setting your intentions to what you want to bring forward to you. So, after a quick shuffle, let's get the messages for Aries love life for the month of April. So Aries, if you have not already checked out your monthly reading for the month of April, please do so, because I am running a contest. Whichever sign has the most views combined with interactions, meaning likes, comments, and shares, will end up getting extra readings. I was going to say 3 extra readings. You will be getting extra readings in the month of May, or at least whoever the winner is going to be getting those. What are the extra readings? They are going to be an in-depth love reading instead of a quick one like this, an in-depth financial reading. And I haven't decided if the third reading will be an oracle reading or a shadow side reading. So that means digging into the shadow side of your sign and what maybe needs to be worked on. Please subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. Why? So you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And once I hit 1,000 subscribers, I will be able to come on live. And to come on randomly, just jump on live, have the chat option available, may even take a few questions through the chat option. So that's one reason to subscribe, or a big reason to subscribe. By hitting that notification bell, if you are subscribed, when I do start coming on live, you'll be notified of that, and then therefore being able to participate. And we are coming full circle with these. I believe it was Aquarius had both the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands, which you have that have come out in the upright. And the Ten of Wands, wow. Ten of Wands has been coming out, and so the Four of Pentacles. These have been reoccurring themes here throughout a lot of the different readings. And as you can see, I shuffle the cards in between all the readings. So we start off with the Page of Swords. You're facing a challenge and not sure you've got the confidence and the skills to face them and to face them head on. There's fear and doubt. The Page of Wands, it's a spark of creativity and a spark, just a new spark or a renewal of a spark. Pages are the youth of the court cards. So there is that timidness of the inexperience, but there's the youthful aspect to the cards. Up next, we have the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is having options in regards to your emotions, but you're not necessarily looking at them or liking what the options that are being presented to you are. I can totally sympathize here with you. I have taken myself out of the dating game because I I'm not happy with the options that have been presented to me. Part of it has to do with a lot of these guys are just players. And I'm not interested. Now, these two cards came out in the reverse. We have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Now, normally this is the wounded warrior card whom is getting back up after battle. But because it is in the reverse, you are laying low. You are not engaging in the healing process. Up next, we have the Empress in reverse. Empress is a major arcana card. Major arcana equals major energy. With the Empress being in reverse, instead of being the warm, loving, nurturing mom energy, she's more like Maleficent. I know I said that wrong. I don't watch movies. The evil witch from Sleeping Beauty. It's more of a deceitful type energy. It's not at all loving or nurturing. We've got the Ten of Wands. End of a cycle, but you're still carrying a really heavy burden. We've got another four. We have the Four of Pentacles, and this is holding on too tightly or not tight enough. And if you're holding on too tightly, it means you're smothering. And then we have the Major Arcana card of Justice. This is the Karma card. This is swift moving, rebalancing, and you could be receiving or be on the receiving end of some justice. Now, altogether, you're being faced with some challenges here, and you're carrying a lot of heavy burdens. But these burdens are of your own doing because you have not been nurturing your wounds when required and where required. So if this is emotional heart energy or heart wounds that need to be nurtured and you haven't been taking care of those, you've just been driving ahead trying to force that spark when you don't have that spark to give, and deep down you are doubting yourself about all of this, you know it's not authentic. And now you've become smothering. And you may be seeing or feeling karma playing out, and if not, that could be playing out in the very near future. I'm trying to look for the bright side here. But Aries, it looks like you've probably got some inner wound work to do, and to maybe let go of your grip on something, whether that's an ideal or a person, or trying to force something where it's not there, or you're not even looking at that as an option. You might want to take a step back. We've got the Eight of Wands, which is fast-moving energy, fire energy in regards to messages. We've got the High Priestess talking about secrets. We've got more options here with the Seven of Cups. So if you are keeping your options open, your secret is going to come out and messages are going to start flying. Yeah, Eight of Swords here, Devil energy. Yeah, there's going to be movement. There's conflict here. So whatever secret you're keeping, just know that karma, it will end up rebalancing itself. And we are in a time frame where karma is rebalancing. So you may want to, if you are being smothering and not being truthful as to keeping your options open and not doing the inner work and just hoping that by holding on to something that's maybe not working, you may have to let it go, or they're going to let you go. If they find out that you are harboring this secret, about your options, they may decide to cut things off, and that's going to have you with some very deep wounds that are only going to be aggravated simply because of the fact that you didn't heal them in the first place. Or at least the long-standing ones haven't been healed in the first place. And now you're going to have new, fresh wounds on top of the old wounds. So if you are being deceitful and keeping your options open while holding on to somebody else at the same time and not letting them have those same freedoms, karma may be coming to bite you in the behind in the very near future. Now, if the reverse is true and you feel like you're the one who's being smothered, you may want to start looking at your options and keeping those options open. And Aries, you're a pretty confident sign most of the time. You may have to re-spark that confidence in order to make this decision and face this challenge head on. So that, Aries, is your love reading. And for everybody who watched all of these, thank you. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button most of all. And I will talk to you soon. And keep your eyes peeled on that notification setting, because you never know when I'm going to pop on here with a video like this. So I'm going to leave it here, and I will talk to you soon.